Okay, we are looking at scheduling and forcing sequences in the curriculum gadget. I'll take a little more in-depth look at that than we did in the 10-minute overview video. Once again, to access the gadget, you'll click the gear icon, just like that. And just a quick refresher, import courses, very easy. Just click import, and then all of the courses that you have access to are going to be listed here. Since I only want the retail sales, for example, I could come up into my search bar, click RT, which is the prefix that I've used for those, and then click the magnifying glass icon, and we'll see only those courses. And again, just click on these. You'll see the little arrow there if you want to select those. To unselect or deselect, just click it again, and we're going to cancel out of that because we don't need to do that. We've already got our courses here, and we're looking right here at schedule courses. So let's click this, and right now we have a start date of the 7th, which is today as I record this, and everything's going to release on the 7th. We can undo that, and then everything is just going to release on whatever day you're actually working is the day it's going to show as the release date there. Clicking outside, well, saving the schedule, and then clicking outside the gadget will show you whatever your learners are going to see. So right now this stuff is open, except these two things. I have force sequence set. So let's undo force sequence. And let's come back to schedule courses. And so you can see this is optional, but we're going to go ahead and start with today, because you do have to have a date in there in order to do this timed release. And instead of all courses, which it defaults to, we're going to release one course and on the start date, and then it's going to say release one course daily is going to be the default. We could do it if we hit 2, it'll be every other day, every second day, every third day, and so on. I'm going to go back and click the blank section there, and I'm going to move this to, well, if we look at weekdays, let's do that next, then you can choose which days. So maybe you want Mondays and Wednesdays. So now we've got Wednesday the 7th, Monday the 12th, Wednesday the 14th. So that'll give you alternating days however you like. So next up we have weekly, and so right now we'll release a course every Wednesday. Consecutive weeks until we get to the end of the lessons. So you can also repeat though every other week if you want to. So the 7th, the 21st, the 4th, and the 18th. Now we've basically got 2 a month here. So every other week, every third week, every fourth week, and so on. Again, I'm going to zero that out basically. And then you also have monthly. So you could do a course every month. So these could be big courses, right? And it's going to take a whole month to work through them. Then you could use this option. So let's go back to weekdays. No, sorry, let's go back to weekly, and let's leave it like this. Now I'm going to save the schedule, and then we'll click outside the gadget, and let's take a look at what we've got here. This course is open because this is the 7th. This is the day it's supposed to start. If we hover over coming to work, you're going to see that the course will become available on December 14th. If we hover over greeting customers, we'll see December 21st is the release date. So basically, it's going to tell you what the release date is for each course when you have the schedule set up in that fashion. Now, let's take a look at one more thing. Schedule courses. And this will work with anything. It'll work daily, weekly, weekdays, monthly, doesn't matter. But if you've got this set up to release a course on a date, and then you put an optional end date. So in this case, our next course is going to be released on the 8th. So if I go ahead and I make my end date the 7th, then look at this. This blocks everything else. So this is sort of an ad hoc way to prevent learners from moving forward until you're ready to release the course to everybody. So this is helpful if you're working in an environment where you want to make sure every single person is right where they need to be before the entire group moves on to the next lesson, then you could do it this way. And so if we click Save Schedule and we take a look at this now, again clicking outside of the gadget, Now these are going to have a flyover message that says, please contact your admin when this course will be available. So now you're not being shown a date. So again, I'll click the gear icon, come back into schedule courses, and I'm going to reset everything. So reset, and I'm going to go ahead and save this schedule. And now we can see that all of our courses are accessible. The different colored link here, by the way, is because I've already taken these courses. These are the two that I haven't clicked through yet. So let's take a look at one other way you can sequence this. You can click Force Sequence, and now this is going to lock every course until the course in front of it is completed. So in other words, coming to work and everything after coming to work will not be available until I have finished the welcome course. So let's click out of here. And remember I mentioned that I had already clicked on these and been through them. So you can see here that I have not completed review. I've clicked on it, but I haven't actually gone to finish the course. But my last two courses are unavailable. Now notice the message here. It says it'll be available after I complete review. It says the same thing over here for answer keys and explanations. That's just a default. We only grab one prerequisite, so it doesn't tell you that you need to finish final test. It just tells you whatever lesson is blocking progress in general. So if I come to review, and I come down and I finish the course now, and then we're going to go back here, and it's just going to take a second, and then you'll see that this now has unlocked. And if we come over here, it's now going to tell us that the course will become available after you completed final test. So if you don't need a timed release of your courses, and if you're not worried about everybody moving through the courses at the same speed, you can simply use Force Sequence and allow learners to go through at their own pace, and as soon as they finish, they can move on. So that's pretty much everything you need to know about how to schedule courses in the new curriculum gadget.